Greetings, folks. Washington State Picker here. Flash Gordon was asking me on Facebook how I make my security pins, asked me to make a video. I told him we already had a couple videos out, but I figured I'd make another one. This one is going to be a pin-in-pin spool. We are going to start by making the male end. So essentially I'm just going to sand a little bit. This is going to be hard to do with this film and this camera. I'm just going to make the main body of the spool. So one end of the spool will be on this part and the other end will be the male inserted part. So I'm going to take a little bit of material away, then I'm going to drill a hole in it. I'm going to put it down, then I'm going to put another pin in it, and I'm going to make it the female end of the spool. I will grind it way thin with a file and make sure that it will fit inside that hole. So I know how big my drill bit is. I've done enough of these. I don't have to worry. I'm just going to use a flat, cheap, whatever kind of file this is. But I got to move a little closer here. I hope you don't see me. Okay. We're going to take off your earphones if you have them on, or turn the volume down. This is going to get loud. I lost my pin. Well, now I got to start over. That happens. I forgot to crank it down. So, and a lot of people buy a special chuck for this. That's fine. I bought one. I don't use it because I find that I can get right up close and personal with this one where I can't with that one. Usually I sand these down to fit 1200 grit before I do anything. Not going to do it right here. This is just a demo. But first I got to take can you see it? Yeah, I got to take that little point off of that pin right there. This is a key pin I'm using as a driver. Once again, it's going to get loud. Okay, here we go. Just lost another one. Son of a gun. What's going on here? Something's trying to tell me this ain't a good idea today. Let's see here. I apologize. I thought I was all cool having everything ready, and I'm not. Crank her down. Sure, my Dremel's getting wore out, and this chuck's getting wore out from being cranked down too tight. There. This ought to work. There we go. Now I'm going to flatten the tip like I just did earlier. Maybe I will touch it with some sandpaper. Good enough. Now I'm going to take my drill bit. Can you see this? There we go. Got it clamped up in some cheap vice grips. I just gently apply pressure. Well, I got to flatten that a little better. There we go. This is not working for me. There she's going to go. bit may be getting dull. There she's going. That happens a lot. It's going to be hot. Whoa, hello. A little toasty. But you see the point here. You see it? Burning the shit. Oh no. I should use tweezers. I don't want to lose that one. Oops, there. Had something under my tripod. Okay, here we go. So, I just dropped it again. Pinning tweezers on the fat portion. Okay. Anyway, you can see there just a little spool, hole all the way through it. I'm going to take and thin that out before I ship it off to you, Gordon. Now we got to make the male end. I really should use a smaller pin. Let's see if I have a spare. I don't have a spare driver. Let me get one out of my kit. I want to make these too long. Okay. Oh, that's too short. I should have done it the other way. I don't know if you can hear me. Here we go. Use a 150 thousandths. 150 thousandths. Barely chuck it up in there. And then, get my goggles on here. Get her barely chucked up in there. God, that thing's hot. Sorry for all the hang-ups, guys. It's been a bad couple of weeks. I'm feeling bad. Sick. I'm gonna go to the doctor and see if they can't get some tests done on me. Something's going on major. Can't focus, can't concentrate. So if your pins look a little goofy, boss, that's why. Alright. This will be just enough to get a little bit of a head and a little bit thin. It'll almost be like a drunken spool. And I'm going to do the really thin male part. Take the female, kind of like having intercourse, guys. Try to make the female, make sure it's going to fit. It's going to fit just fine. So, before I show you the finished result, I'm going to make that more of a spool. The female end is not done too well. stuck a lot. This is not turning into a good day. Well, she's nice and loose. There's no reason it shouldn't. There's no reason it shouldn't loosen up. You know, I've done many of these and I've never had a problem until I get it on film. Okay, I'll take the head all the way off. And I will tap it. There she goes. Still has the collet in it, thank goodness. Alright, so here's this one. You see that? Alright, usually I do longer male ends, but just trying to get a documentary video out here. That'll almost be more like a drunken spool. And I'm going to thin this end out so it's more like a spool. Be more like a drunken spool, Gordon. Just tightened up. Ah, shit. Now you're not going to fit. Why aren't you going to fit? Must have crimped it down too tight. Compressed it. This is where you got to be careful because you got a thin, very thin cylinder there, so it becomes really scary. You don't want to overdo it. So here we go. I'm going to go slow speed. We are not centered in there at all. Something's going on here. Now she's getting stuck all the time. If this Dremel gets too bad, I've got a roto zip that I can use too. I just can't get as up close and personal because it's got a guard on it that I cannot remove. Well, that's not going to chuck up. You know what? This video won't be uploaded till tomorrow afternoon now. So I gotta switch chucks here. Gotta go to the one I don't like. It's the one everybody else uses. I'm not trying to be different, I just don't like it. Because for one, you've got that cavity in there. You gotta hold the pin just right to get it into that cavity. And once you get it in the cavity, you can't really tighten these that tight either. It's not a very good place to put your wrench on it. And if I hand tighten it, they fly out. I've only made a few successful pins on this thing, and it figures I'm recording, so everything's going to go to shit. Alright, slow speed, I'm just going to thin it out, and it's still wobbly. Oh well, we're going for it. That'll be good enough. See, I used a wrench and I can just undo it with my hand. Now we're going to put 2 and 2 together. Shit. This is not fun, guys. This is not fun. And pull my stand. There is your pin-in-pin spool. It's not the best because as you see, things were going wrong. But it's a functional pin-in-pin. I probably won't ship it to you, Gordon, but that's okay. Y'all, thanks for watching. I hope this helped you, Gordon. It's not that difficult to do these. It just takes practice, man. Get a Dremel, get a good vise, and you should be okay, man. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.